Dr. Gary Fettke is an orthopedic surgeon from Tasmania, and he became really interested in the much broader question of carbohydrates and their cause of ill health. And in this lecture, he will discuss his understanding of how high carbohydrate diets don't just cause obesity and diabetes, but they may be implicated in a much wider range of chronic diseases.
If you just look at that first slide, sugar makes you hungry, carbohydrates make you fat, polyunsaturated oils make you inflamed and sick. If you can read that and understand it, you can all go home now. Just want to do something here. I hope you realise that we're all going to die. The question is, are you going to die old or are you going to die sick? So if you can just help me here, long talks today, everyone just stand up for a second, please. Just every third person, sit down. A third of you are going to die of diabetes-related illness, okay? Another third, sit down. You're all going to die of cancer. And the rest of you can sit down now. You're all going to die of inflammatory-related disease. Now, I'm the only one still standing. So you might want to listen to me. When Tim Noakes asked me to come along and speak about the disease-causing effects of high carbohydrate diets, at this summit you're hearing about the Association of Processed Food. You're hearing about a lot about what it's about, but I'm going to try and tell you how this processed food has occurred. I think we've made it too difficult when we say that it's all carbohydrate. I don't think it is. I think it's a combination of sugar, carbohydrate and refined and polyunsaturated oils. And just like fireworks, each one of those elements is actually fairly safe. But if you put all of those things together in just the wrong combination and in the frequency and amounts that we have, then you've got a highly inflammatory process. So I don't want to try and convince you that I'm right or any of us are right here. What my job today is, in my mind, is to plant a seed of doubt in your minds that what you've been doing for the last 10, 20, 30 years, if you've been following guidelines and what your university-based education was, that it might in fact be entirely wrong. And that's exactly what happened to me. After today, start researching for yourself. Go on the journey. That's exactly what I did. And surprise, surprise, here I am. So you wonder why there's an orthopedic surgeon talking about, nutrition and stuff. Osteoarthritis of the knee is totally out of control. Obesity-related osteoarthritis of the knee. I'm the first surgeon in Australia to refuse to do joint replacement if people are too heavy. I took that stand a few years ago. BMI is more than 35, go away and lose weight. It's quite a controversial stand. I've had to justify that. I've been able to tell 130 knee surgeons at a meeting last year that they were all negligent. And I'm still here. But rather than tell them just to go away and lose weight, I said, I've got some options here for you. This is what you can do for your own health. I'm also the surgeon in northern Tasmania who looks after most of the diabetic foot complications. So if you need your foot chopped off or your leg chopped off or little bits of your anatomy chopped off, I'm the person. My first operation of 2015, where I took off a guy's entire arm at the shoulder level for a diabetes-related condition. That was the start of 2015. The system is failing under lifestyle-related disease, okay? It is happening. Any of you who work in the health system will be well and truly aware of that. But forget all about that. This story is about me. My early years, okay, I was raised on sugar, refined carbohydrate and polyunsaturated oil. I was a fat, pimply kid. I was eating by the food pyramid, and I think I started to look like the food pyramid. I worked hard to lose weight, but I was still a toffee. You've heard of that term, thin on the outside, fat on the inside. I was pre-diabetic in retrospect. I was metabolically inflamed. I think that was all related to diet. Well, I thought I had enough on my plate, but I thought 15 years ago I should have a brain tumour. I had a massive tumour on my pituitary, required a craniotomy, radiotherapy and chemotherapy. And because of that pituitary tumour, I developed an acute interest in endocrinology. As you do, it's called survival. But I'm not the first orthopaedic surgeon to dabble in the field of endocrinology. Some of you may know this Canadian orthopaedic surgeon, Frederick Banting, not the William Banting that we've been heralding today. In 1921, he developed insulin, won the 1923 Nobel Prize. Trying to work out if Banting 1 would approve of Banting 2 and vice versa.